So good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to 2025. This is the first video that I'm recording in 2025. No idea when I'm going to release it, but as you might have noticed if you watch the channel more often, I actually skipped the first week of 2025. You know, it was the school holiday for my kids. I had almost no content coming out of 2024. And my wife got a little bit sick, I got a little bit sick, the kids weren't feeling too well. So with all the holidays, all the stuff, I just decided I'm going to take a break. My first break in YouTube in 3 years. So that was last week. And yeah, right now I'm just back on the road again. Doing what I love most, photography. But in the Netherlands, conditions just aren't so great. So I'm already in the car for about an hour right now, and I still have 59 minutes to go, and then we will be in Belgium, and hopefully a beautiful white winter wonderland will be waiting there for us. So the conditions are looking very promising at the moment. I've been here a couple of times in the past. I'll put a link up here if you haven't seen any videos of here. This is the first video that I ever recorded here, maybe the second video I recorded for YouTube. But the conditions are always only in the last 5 minutes that there is snow. When I start to enter the higher parts of the Les Hauts-de-Fagne, so that's what it's called. But right now it's the second that I entered Belgium, still about half an hour to go, it's already snow-covered roads. So promising conditions, absolutely promising. So I'm here in beautiful Belgium and look at this winter wonderland. You know, I couldn't ask for more than this, you know, absolute amazing conditions. And for the most part, photography is all about getting to the right place at the right time. And just look at that tree over there. Absolutely great. I think I'm gonna take my first shot here. Just look at it. It's just screaming minimalism here. So yeah, gonna take this shot. Fog and snow, what more do you want? So I just stepped over this little fence over here so I can shoot through this wired fence over here. You know, if I stand there you see this in the foreground, but the best spot is just right over here where I can really isolate this tree and just look at it. The magic, those frozen leaves on it. Absolute crazy conditions, you know, fog and snow together. You know, what more do you want? And this is the first shot of 2025. if the rest of 2025 is going to be this good, then oh man, I am going to be really happy with this year. So yeah, like I told you in earlier videos last week, I was struggling a bit from the start of November to the end of December. Couldn't find anything, couldn't find inspiration or what else. And you know, the last 2 weeks were already excited, the last 2 videos, and then look at this today. You know, there's always something to photograph if you are willing to put yourself out here. So, first shot of the year, let me know in the comments, is it worth all the effort? I think it does. And there's a whole day in front of me of photography like this. So, I am really, really excited right now. So this French talking guy just approached me walking in the opposite direction, and from the little bit of English that I could understand from him, he was saying something like, oh, you don't have to go there, you know, there's too much fog, you can't see anything. And I'm just thinking like, too much fog, I'm getting there, you know. Total different mindset or perspective between photographers. And if you're going for a trip like this, always remember, dress appropriate. You know, there's nothing worse than driving for 2 hours and then going back within an hour because you're starving cold or you get wet feet. So I got these waterproof snow boots here. that hopefully will keep my feet dry. Merino wool socks. I've got thermal underwear, a jacket, pants. Everything is prepared for winter. A hat and of course my Fl36 photography gloves. You know, a trusted companion in these conditions. Absolutely love them. So well-made material, very comfortable. You can put your fingers through them so you can still touch the buttons of your camera like this. Little magnets that keep it away from the back. You can even put heat pads in this ones. You know, this is the Markov version. I also own the Tinden. These are for more Arctic conditions like Sweden, like -30, -20 degrees. But right now it's -3, -5. So this Markov is very, very good. And yeah, we're just gonna see what we can find. So if you're interested in these Fl36 photography gloves, then take a look in the description down here. There's a link with an affiliate link for me, so you will get some discount and you will support this channel. It's massively appreciated. So you can see down here that there's a whole section of the boardwalk that collapsed, and there's a lot of these pieces, and sometimes it's only one of these wooden planks that's underneath here that's broken, so you just get your feet through. So you have to be really careful. And the fun thing is, what I really like, if you look at this, you would think that it's snow on these bushes, but it's not. It's frozen frost, and that's why it's staying on there even with this wind. So it's creating lots and lots of opportunities. There is lots of wind here, so yeah, I don't know. Haven't seen a shot since that first one that really struck my attention, but I'm sure there's more to come. I'm definitely sure there's more to come. So I just spotted another tree that caught my attention, and it's actually the dead one that's standing over there. And what I like about it is that you can make it a real simple composition without any disturbing elements around it. And there are some grasses in the foreground, but they're all covered in snow. And there's a couple of bushes on the left that I don't know if I want to include it. So it can be a landscape shot, but it can also be a portrait with only that tree with the little bush on the right side. And then all this emptiness, this nothingness. And this is the kind of minimalistic photography that I really like, but I get it when you come here with expectations of hopefully some nice colors. Then this is a real frustrating day for you, but for me, I just like it, and I hope this shot works because there's a lot of snow, there's a lot of wind, so I have to keep the shutter speed up as high as possible, but I don't want to blow out the ISO even with these almost black and white shots, so no idea. But yeah, I think it's well worth shooting this image. So the wind is dropping now, so I'm gonna take another attempt. Hopefully it will stay like this for about a minute, and this is the shot. So I'm just having this deja vu feeling approaching this. This is almost identical conditions like 3 years ago. And the only thing that's changed here, I think there's a little bit more snow. And I'm absolutely the only one here. But what's changed is my level of experience. So I'm really interested in seeing what I can find today in these conditions. And the first thing that I noticed here is this trunk over here. You know, it's absolute minimalism to the top, but in the front here is this wide open patch of nothing, fresh snow, and then the only thing you see behind this log is a couple of these grasses that you also see here in the foreground, which are fading away into the background, and it just looks really, really nice. And I'm just loving a minimalistic shot like this. And a couple of years ago I really struggled with conditions like this, but now I know that what you need is a very, very strong subject, just like this log over here. And there are a lot of these trees on the other side. Just look on this tree over here, also looks nice. So that's, yeah, hopefully something that I'm gonna be doing for the morning. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the afternoon, but this is my plan for the morning. Spend a couple of hours here, see if I can find some compositions until I'm getting too cold to be here. So yeah, let's see what we can find. This is the first shot from this area over here. I think I really like it, and I did put the dead guinea pig on the microphone here. You know, hopefully that will help with the wind. There is so much wind here, and I don't want to get back home and realize that all this video footage is useless. So yeah, first shot, hope you like it. So one of the best feelings possible for me is when you see a shot and you know that it's probably going to be one of your favorite images of the year, and it's the 3rd of January, you know. But I really, really like this shot. Just look at this. Look at these trees here on the left. I've shot these before from a different angle, but this is movie mode, so it's 16:9. But imagine this whole tree coming in. There's 2 trees actually coming on the left, and then that right side is going to be completely empty. I'm not sure if I'm going to include that piece of wood there on the right side of it, but it's so absolute minimalistic, you know. I just really, really like it. And yeah, I'm just going to take this image, and at home I'm probably going to darken these tree trunks a little bit so you can see them a little better. But oh my god, is this good. This is what I was hoping to find today, so I'm really happy with that. And I can even shoot it at ISO 200, you know, really low, not much noise. What more do you want? Fantastic conditions today. So I was just looking at those trees again from a little bit closer up, and I just want to focus more on these abstract shapes of the trunks only. So not including the tops of these trees, which are beautiful, but I also want to include some detail shots here, which I think are really nice. And you know, I was just realizing that I am the only one that conquered these conditions today. You know, all these shots are just mine. There's no one here. So absolutely fantastic. I'm wondering if it's going to stay like this. You know, eventually someone will think, okay, maybe that's nice, but I couldn't think of better conditions than this for this particular area. You know, absolutely fantastic. But yeah, these are the little close-up shots. And one thing that what I realized was when I was standing here, that I actually would want a little bit of a wider angle than the 40 to 150 that's on the camera right now. But what you don't want in conditions like this is to constantly switch lenses. So I decided, I think these conditions are going to be here for quite some time. So I'm first going to look around here, photograph everything I see with the 40 to 150, and then switch to the 8 to 25 that's in my bag, and then go back and try to shoot these compositions again. That way I minimize the risk of snow being blown in the camera. You know, I'm not that scared of changing lenses, but in these conditions you have to be really, really careful. So I'm probably gonna do it in my bag with the jacket over it or something. Yeah, really have to be careful. But first, gonna walk around with the 40 to 150, see what I can find. So there's another great composition here with the 40 to 150. If you look in the back here, there are 3 trees, really nicely shaped. And on the left is a little one of those smaller bushes, but completely covered in this white frozen frost on the leaves or branches or whatever you want to call it. But I really like it. It's so minimalistic, and I was taking hundreds of photos here. Just look behind me here, you know. There is so much possibility here with this fog that you can really isolate it. I'm gonna come back home with thousands of minimalistic images probably, but it's absolutely worth it. So yeah, not a great shot. I'm just waiting for the wind to drop a little bit so that the left bush is completely standing still. I'm at a shutter speed of 1/250th of a second. I should be fine, but just in case, I'm waiting for a little bit of wind drop here. You know, what more do you want? Crazy, absolute crazy. So with that last shot, I'm going to end today's video. I really hope you liked this trip. It was absolutely amazing to be out there in this winter wonderland. And from this point on, I only photographed with the 8-25 wide angle, and I thought that would make a really nice separate video. So that's what you're going to see in next week's episode. So if you did like the video, please push the thumbs up button and leave a comment. You will massively help this channel. And there's also a subscribe button underneath the video. If you push that and also push the notification bell, you can select all and you will get a free message when I release my next video, which will be next Sunday with the remains of this episode. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on that episode. Bye bye.